You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
Proverbs 8 teaches us the blessings of wisdom, that there's something to learn, which is prudence. There's something to hate, which is the way of evil, to be an enemy of evil, if you will. There's something to admire, the timelessness and divinity of wisdom. And then I'm going to say here that there's something to pursue, and I see this in verses 32 through 34 of chapter 8. And now, O sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it. Blessed is the one who listens to me, and then listen to this, watching daily at my gates, waiting beside my doors. Now that description, I want to suggest, is like the description of a suitor. A suitor watches daily at the gates and waits beside my doors. I don't know if you, when you were maybe first infatuated with somebody, if you ever did the walk around and wait for them to come out and do the whole, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were here. I just happened to be walking by. And all of a sudden you have the quote unquote chance meeting that you strategize to make happen. That's in some ways watching daily at the gates, waiting beside my doors. And what happens when you're a suitor is you start paying attention to the other person and figuring out when and where they will be places. You study their patterns so that you have the ability to connect with them, to pursue them. And what happens when you're a suitor is you begin to spend your time and your money in order to create those connections. Whether it's going on a date or your time, but you all of a sudden don't even think that it's odd to drive great distances at great expense, to get on a plane and fly across the country because you are pursuing somebody. And then you act in accordance with this person. And this is in this, blessed are those who keep my ways, hear instruction and be wise, do not neglect it. This is a picture of somebody that is in full pursuit. And so wisdom, when you understand its beauty and you start to admire it and you understand it, you, if you get it, will say, I want to pursue this with everything in me. And that will be something that is absolutely transformative to the way that you interact with God. I remember when my wife and I were dating, my wife, who does not like sports, does not like basketball particularly, would come to the basketball games that I was playing in college, and she would go to the games, and she acted like she liked basketball. I've chided her since then that it was false advertising, because now to get her to go to a basketball game with me is rare, and it's just not something she cares to do. But what she did is she said, I like Kurt, so I'm going to like what he likes. Now, where this breaks down, obviously, is once we got married, she said, hey, I'm done with that. No more acting like I like something to get you to like me. And so I've chided her for the false advertising, but the point of that is what she did is she studied what I liked, which wasn't hard to figure out at that time. She put herself in a place where she was watching at the door, waiting at the gate, saying, how can I connect? And she spent her time, her money pursuing me around something I liked. And she even acted in a little bit of a court, and she started to understand enough to talk the game and all of this because she was pursuing me at that time. Now, we can say all kinds of things about the value of pursuit in marriage, and there are a lot of other ways my wife pursues me, and so I don't feel any ill will toward that. But again, my point is the mindset of a suitor says, even if this is inconvenient, even if I'm not sure I like it, I want you enough to pursue you on your terms, not on my terms. And that is what a suitor does. And Proverbs here is saying, be a suitor. Don't be one who does not pursue wisdom, who doesn't understand its value. When you get it, you will chase it with all the fervor that you would chase a person that you love. Are you chasing the wisdom of God? Or are you simply saying, I've read it, I've heard it, I don't need it? Or is it a passion that you're willing to pursue?
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.